Yo, what is up guys? It is CRPHD back with another video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Nanuk 935 camera case. I've had it for about a month now and I have been absolutely loving it. So if you guys have been following the channel for a while, you may remember this thing. This is the Ultra Photo Great Explorer backpack that I've been using to keep all of my camera equipment in whenever I'm traveling. And you know, just over time it's been through a lot of wear and tear. Holes are starting to form, threads are becoming loose, so I just figured now was a great time to switch over to something like the Nanuk. And essentially I just transplanted everything that was in the Great Explorer to this case, and it's been serving me ever since for like I said, the past month or so. Now moving back to the Nanuk, the main reason for picking up this camera case, besides obviously just needing a new place to store my camera equipment, was just the overall rigidness and durability of this case as a whole. I watched a lot of different YouTube videos, you know, just before deciding to pick this thing up, and I have heard nothing but great things. And another key feature that really sold me was the fact that this case, obviously, you know, when closed, is the perfect dimensions to be put on the overhead compartment of a plane. Being able to have my camera equipment with me under my personal care and supervision, can't trade that peace of mind for the world, honestly, because no one wants their thousands of dollars of equipment just being tossed around by anyone that, you know, completely disregards it. So that is a lifesaver. So of course, starting off, we have this side handle on the case that you can kind of use to carry in like a briefcase style. It also features wheels in the very back of the case, which are very smooth, might I say, and very high quality. They don't feel loose, they feel very rigid, stiff, and just offer like a nice smooth rolling action. And that leads me to the retractable handle, kind of like a suitcase style, of course, that slides out just like that, so you're able to roll around nice and comfortably if you're at like an airport or something like that. It is 2 stages, so it can extend out farther if you need it to, as well as on top of the case there is another handle kind of being hidden by my little lens cover that you can use to grab on as well. Plenty of handles and options to offer complete ease of use whenever getting from point A to point B. Now, another surprise feature about the Nanuk 935 is that this case is waterproof. At least that's what I read, IP67 to be specific. While I'm not going to be the one to test that, I'm sure that there are other YouTubers out there that will be happy to. But what I will say is that, you know, under normal conditions, just like rain, and you're just transporting the case like normally, your stuff should be more than fine. But once again, I'm not going to advise you to just like try and test that, if that makes sense. And then another thing is that the case is dust proof, which is, I mean, if it's waterproof, I'm going to assume that it's going to be dust proof as well. So a win is a win. Now, another one of my favorite features about the Nanuk 935 case is the Powerclaw. I believe that's what they call it, the Powerclaw latching system. I personally have never felt a more secure latch in my life, at least comparing it to other suitcases, briefcases, things like that. I have a lot of faith that, you know, this latch will not get undone, at least on accident. And to add even more security to the already very reassuring power lock system, there are 2 holes that you can add locks or zip ties, whatever you want to use to keep it even more securely closed down. But like I said, I have lots of faith in this. But now moving into the interior of the Nanuk 935, it has completely customizable padding that you can rearrange to your liking, so that way you can fit whatever it is that you would like to store. And I didn't end up using all of the padding, so I just keep the rest of this stored in another case with some other accessories. But like I said, completely customizable. And then as you guys can see up top, I did decide to opt in for the lid organizer. You don't have to get it, but I definitely do recommend, because you're able to, you know, customize and store things like cables, other little tools. And it just makes, you know, that whole storage organization process that much easier. As well as it also has like a little laptop sleeve compartment. Now do keep in mind that this isn't the deepest case in the world because it does have to be able to fit in the overhead compartment of a plane. So there are a little bit of sacrifices on that end. Like my C70, it kind of protrudes up top a little bit. So whenever I try and close it, it kind of has to get forced down just a little bit. So I couldn't really imagine trying to fit another like big laptop in this thing. But if you have like a smaller camera, it doesn't protrude as much. I would say maybe like if it's a really thin, you know, lightweight laptop, 15, 14 inches should be all right. But at least with me, I can't do that. So your results may vary. But yeah, everything is pretty easy and straightforward to use. I mean, you know, lid organizer just kind of unzips and you can keep different accessories and things like that in there. Like I already mentioned, the camera padding is very easy and customizable, and you don't have to use every included piece that they give you. And then latching is pretty straightforward. Just overall a great case. I have been loving using my Nanuk 935 camera case, not just for the awesome customization, protection, the lid organizer, not just for any of that stuff, but just also as well for the professional aesthetic that comes with using a case like this. What I mean by that is whenever working with clients, they love to see where their money is being spent. And it kind of goes the same thing with cameras as well. If you, of course, have like a little smaller camera, picture quality and image aside versus a little bit of a bigger one built out, things like that, essentially they probably can do the same thing and can achieve ultimately more than likely the same goal, but it's just, you know, all in the looks. You got to make sure the customer feels like they're getting their money's worth, and this definitely fits that professional aesthetic and definitely completes that task, at least for looking the part. So I'm super happy I picked up this case. It is everything I needed and more. The only other, you know, comparison or other option that I was really looking at was, of course, like a Pelican case or something. But all the reviews that I looked at, comparing it to whatever the equivalent model would be, said that this just felt, you know, better, much more high quality, from the handles to the wheels to the locking system. Just, you know, a lot more stuff about it just was better. So I decided to go with it, and like I said, super stoked. You can find the Nanuk 935 and a bunch of their other flavors on their website, or I'm also guessing on Amazon because that's where I found this one. Usually the case goes for about $3.99, but at least at the time of this recording, there's a sale going on, 24% off, and that brings the total before taxes and shipping to $303.04. So that sounds like a good deal to me. Now, if it wasn't clear from the rest of this video, I obviously love the Nanuk 935. Even at that $399 price point, I would still completely recommend it. I see it more as an investment to keep all of my camera equipment safe whenever getting from point A to point B. But even like I said, with that, you know, deal going on, 24% off, I'd hop on it as quick as I can, and the link to that will be in the description below. Shoots, hopefully whenever I'm ready to pick up another one of their cases, they'll be on sale as well, because I have really fell in love with these things. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. That has been the review over the Nanuk 935 case. Be sure to let me know in the comments below how you guys like the video and if you guys will be picking one up. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure and stay tuned because the next video is right around the corner. Peace.